Well, welcome back, everybody. How's it going? How's your week so far? Mine's been, yeah, I guess it's to be expected after what we had to go through last Saturday, but feeling a little better. So, we have just an old classic burning on the bench right now. We have our CT Ham number O number O clipper. Yes. Why is that so hard to say sometimes? I don't know. Anyways, this is a nice old hot blast. And I got a beautiful ruby globe in it that has nice swirls and everything, and it's just a nice one. So we have that going. I like this one. It's a really nice lantern. And, you know, the D tube, or oval tube as they called it, is really fun. It's a neat design. As you can see, it's curved. There's an arch to the air tube on the inside, but it's flat on the outside with a reinforcement crease. But they were very sturdy lanterns, these old CT Hams. It's interesting because at that time in the 90s, square tubes were all the rage. Everyone wanted to use the square tube because, well, Dietz patented the square air tube design, and everyone tried to use that design at that time, and Dietz was not afraid to go after them. They were very much interested in protecting their patents and designs, so they still had an appeal to their designs, because if everybody copied them, then why would anyone be more inclined to buy their lanterns than the next guys? Bull, Mayrose are some that come to mind that use the square air tubes, and paid out when Dietz came to them with a cease and desist order. They just kept doing it, and they paid for it. Bull definitely stopped after a certain point, but yeah, CT Ham knew that that would be a problem, and they already had been in trouble with Dietz over certain patent infringements, and they thought they were around him. But you know, old Charles Tafton Ham, he was a smart guy, and he didn't want any trouble. But he devised his own air tubes, which were these oval or D-tube style in the 1890s, the early 1890s. The very first style of air tubes were, yeah, more or less plumbing with the elbow corners and everything, round tube, you know. I mean, everybody had that design. Nobody had a patent really on that air tube design because it was what it was, you know. If you want air tubes, that's what you had. But anyways, this is a great old lantern. I love it. I will be doing a video on the 1890s standard hot blasts that I have, so you can see what other companies were offering at the same time as Dietz, and you can kind of make some comparisons. I don't have a whole lot of variety, but you'll see when I make a video about that, and I think it'll be fun, because I know some of us enjoy the history about these things, and not just the old lanterns, but the actual history behind them. It's really fascinating. I know it is for me. I know a lot of you guys have commented about that already. So I think we're going to do a video in the near future about that. Without that, you know, consuming too much more time in this video, we will be bringing up to the bench the reason why you all tuned in. The main event, yes, the 1913 Dietz D-Lite top lift. As you can see, I did give it a once-over light, very light. I just give it a little WD-40, a little Scotch pad, very light. You can hardly tell I did anything to it. It just looks a little darker, but I mean, it's a beautiful old lantern. It is. I just love this thing. It is really nice. I confess, I've been enjoying it a lot since the last video. I did a real quick cleanup on it, and then I fueled it, and it holds fuel just fine. And I've been burning it. I know. I'm sorry I didn't include you guys on it, but I know those who follow me on the Facebook groups, you know, the Tubular Lantern Collectors Group and whatnot, you've all seen it burning. But for the YouTube audience that is not on Facebook, this one's for you guys. So we're gonna get this lit. So this is how you do it. For those who don't know or are unfamiliar with the top lift design, shouldn't be many of you, I'm sure. This design came out right around 1911, 1912. Actually, 12, at least for Dietz, because it was May of 1912 that Dietz patented the top lift D-Lite design. In fact, the very first versions of this lantern say patented May 1912 on top of the crown, right between the oval logos. So, yeah, Kind of crazy, right? And that was when the squat globe, as they call this. This is a squat globe. So the lanterns prior to this style were all tall globe cold blasts. As you saw in my last videos about, well, before I got this, I made a video of the 3 cold blasts that came out around 1900 that Dietz offered, which was the number 1 and 2 Blizzard and the Dietz Junior. So those were the first cold blasts that Dietz really rolled out around 1900, 1899, 1900, right around there. So anyways, by 1912, then they started offering these squat globes, which were more or less designed to be easier to clean, easier to function. And they are. They have a much larger mouth, and you can just stick your whole fist in there in a rag and wipe it all out. It's very, very easy to clean. Now, I left this one dirty because I think it fits the aesthetic of this particular frame. Agree? I think so. Anyways, this is how it was lit. This is how this worked. So you had your lever up here. See that? You have a little lever. Pretty nifty. And you push it down. Doesn't lift the globe, it lifts the chimney. See? Now, how do you light the lantern? Well, you just tip your globe plate back, like so. Okay? You tip it back, and then it shows you the burner. You adjust your wick to where you want it to be. Of course, low to start. Always put your wick down low if you can help it. Blast it. Well, match, you're no match for the desk. One of these days, I will find a box of matches that light on the first strike. You know, maybe I have to go back in time for that. Anyways, whatever. So you get it lit, and then you lower your globe, and then you lower the chimney once again, and then you lock into place, and voila. You have a lit lantern that's burning quite well, actually. That's a good flame. And as the lantern warms up, we know that the flame will increase in brightness and height. So you want to keep that kind of low as it regulates and warms up and everything. So it's always easier to turn it a little higher if you need the more light. If you need more light, then it's easier. You know, it's best not to smoke your globe. It really is. Especially if you have antique glass in your lantern. You don't want to burn them too hot or too high because you always run the risk of cracking that glass. That's right. We are dealing with glass that's pretty old. And this globe, personally, it's patented December 4 of 23. So it's not the original glass. I borrowed it from my number 2 Wizard, which is a very similar frame. It's about 1915 era. Now, this is interesting. Before the little Wizard, there was a Wizard, and it was a number 2 size lantern, just like the D-Lite here. But it had a side lift instead of the top lift design. So yeah. But anyways, this is a really fun old piece. Pretty cool. Been around almost as long as the Titanic has been, you know, around, I guess. It's close. Titanic sank before the first D-Lite was manufactured. But, same year. Anyhow. Yeah. It's a good piece. I love the old age on this, and I got it from a collector off the Tubular Lantern Group. And, you know, I think I will respect his privacy. And he didn't say if he wanted to have a shout-out or not, but I know him a bit, and I think he's a private guy. So he will know who he is if he watches my videos. But anyways, yeah. It's a nice piece. Thanks again, fellow collector and friend. So that's awesome. That's a good lantern. So we are going to have a little bit of a puff out here, and I'm going to be enjoying a completion, well deserved. And you know, it's a nice overcast day. It's been kind of playing, you know, hide and seek. The sun, that is. It was raining this morning when I got up, and then it stopped raining. It stopped raining, and the sun came out. Yeah, the sun came out, and then the clouds started coming back. Now we're looking like we might get some more rain at some point this afternoon, probably later, maybe this evening. But well, you know, hey, But I had a nice morning, and I used my good old Griswold cast iron skillet and made some bacon and eggs, and toasted some toast in the old Toastmaster toaster that I have from 1934. It works great. It does. It does. We like the old antique appliances, you know, because, well, frankly, they work better. They work the same, but they just continue to work. They don't break and fail, really. I paid, I think, $8 for that toaster at a thrift store, and it really only needed to be cleaned a little bit and, you know, used. That's all. Yeah, they just don't make things like they used to, or as pretty or as lovely, you know. And some of the Art Deco stuff really kind of does blend in with a modern interior. It's very handsome stuff. It is. It's modern. I mean, it was modern for the era, and it's still modern today. I think it's better modern than what they're offering today. Yeah, things are a little too clean, too minimal, in my opinion. I like things with a little flair and a little detail or a little more interest. You know, you can look at it. It's like, wow, that's neat. You know, you want to look at it. You don't want to just like brush it off, right? It's like, it's just whatever. I know. Not everyone's the same. I understand. For that, I can't fault them. Maybe I can. I don't know. Anyway, we're burning lanterns. We got some fun stuff out here. We got the old D-Lite and the ham. Last night I was burning both of these guys. And, you know, I haven't burned this guy in a while. Why? I don't know. I can't say for sure why I haven't burned it in a while. No, I can't. Come on. Three's a charm, I guess. Anyways, but, you know, it's just a beautiful old piece. Am I looking to sell anything? Yes. I do have something I've been trying to sell. But I haven't had any luck selling it. No, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. No, these two stay. I like these too much. Yeah. Give me a second. I'll bring it down. I will. All right. Okay. Here it is. Manufactured by Dietz. This is the Bell System lantern. That's right. See, it says Bell System on the fount. It's a little giant with a little bit taller fount than the regular 70 hour. This one's from 1929. That's right. Says so right there. Can you see that? 1929. That's tin. That's tin plate. And it has a marked globe, but this is a reproduction. This is a Kirkman reproduction Bell System globe. It was etched, laser etched, I believe, but it looks good. It looks really nice. And you can burn it and not have to worry about it. But the bonus is, it does come with the original. I have the original Bell System globe, and it's marked on both sides, and it's a darker ruby red than the reproduction, but it does have a few cracks in it. So it actually displays well, but I would never burn it. No, not unless you want it to completely fall apart. But it doesn't cancer. I did burn it for a few photos real quick, and it was fine, but, you know. Anyhow, I do have the original globe, and anyone who's interested, you can hit me up in the comment section, and we can exchange emails, and we can go from there. I am asking $100 for this. Yeah. $100. Why? Well, Bell System lanterns are they're collectible because, well, A, telephone people that like to collect old Bell System telephone equipment, they buy these too, because these were part of maintenance on the telephone lines and everything and whatnot. So these were used by the phone company. Also, lantern collectors like utility lanterns and utility marked lanterns. So this it straddles two fences of collectability. Yeah, but it's a cool piece, and it burns just fine. See how nice that is? I mean, this tin, you're not going to find a Bell System lantern with better tin than this. If you do, then I'll be surprised. But I mean, there's a little dent up here. You can see that. It's not perfect, but you know what? For what it is, how old it is, and I mean, it's really remarkable. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. This thing was rolling around on a truck, being hauled to work sites and hung on barricades and work areas for the telephone company. The history that this thing has is remarkable. And obviously, it wasn't used as much as maybe its others, you know, its little friends were, because this thing it probably sat on a shelf for a good long time. But it's a nice barricade lantern. That's for sale. $100. Takes it. Yeah. So hit me up in the comment section and we can go from there. I'll give you my email address and you can let me know. Or you can hit me up on Facebook. You know, this... well, let's put that back and we can just go this way. Sidestep striking a match and just use the fire at hand here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's better. Yeah, nice day to enjoy some lanterns, I think. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks again for joining me out here in the old time cave and continuing your subscription and your comments and your interaction with me. I do appreciate it. I do enjoy this channel still. And like I said, once we hit 800 subscribers, I will make a special video. That's right. I will use excerpts from some of my earlier videos, especially the first video I made, and we will try and assemble something that's unique and special to commemorate Bob the Lantern Guy, who was my inspiration to start a channel and share my lanterns on YouTube. And, you know, have some of the best of moments. Maybe a blooper reel if I can find enough videos. I do delete a lot of the videos. Once I upload them, I do delete them. So if I can download them from YouTube, then I can make a small compilation. But we'll see how it works out. All right? Yeah, it's nice. Good, mild, cool day. Nice old lanterns and a good pipe. It's hard to beat that. On a day off after a nice, wonderful, tasty breakfast from the Griswold skillet that I restored. So, yeah, things can be worse and things can be better, but you know, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Hope you guys enjoyed the film noir video. If you're following my wife and our sister channel that my wife and I have, of course the content was sad, but at least we had fun making it. I've had fun making it. But anyways, we're going to try and do some more videos like that with a strong Hollywood film type of aesthetic. I just have to figure out what the topic will be and how to execute it. That's all. But anyways, with that being said, little tidbits, sprinkling some little tempting breadcrumbs along the trail there. So please, yes, continue to subscribe and like the channel. Like I have to tell you guys that. And if this is your first video, if you're here for the first time and you're seeing this content, well, thank you for stopping by. Hope you find something of interest. But definitely ask questions. But before you do, start looking back. I got a lot of things covered already. And heck, I have over 350 videos at least. So check it out. Yeah, go back in time. This is the time cave. Time is... you know, going back in time is what we do. So, take it easy, everybody. We'll see you guys soon. This weekend, we'll be doing a video for the Mr. and Mrs. Smith channel. And we'll be taking you guys along for the ride. All right, take care now. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.